Yeah, what it do? We back at it again. Brown Liquor Cigars. We got Carlos, myself. We got Unc, the relationship expert from the ghetto. And we are getting ready to talk about tips for women when that Negro is just not into you.
Whoa.
Or that cracker.
Oh! Whoa!
Burrito.
Oh, my God.
Spring roll. Carlos?
Shoot, that's all of them, ain't it?
Plantain.
Curry chicken.
One tongue. So, look, ladies, how do you know that man is not into you? What are some of the things that you can know that this guy isn't into you? Carlos, what's some of the things that tips for these queens that are wondering why this guy isn't doing X, Y, and Z, or what's really going on?
Well, I think the most obvious one that people think we would say is that if a guy doesn't approach you, that means he's not into you. And I don't agree with that. Yeah, I think, as we discussed in previous relationships, sometimes it takes guys a little bit longer to approach you. I mean, like I said, if you're hanging out in groups of friends, it may take him a little bit longer to approach you too, because, hey, he don't want to be the dude that everybody's talking about that went through this friendship circle and got rejected. So he may not say something on that. But I think one way you can tell if a dude is not interested in you is if he doesn't make time for you. And what I mean by that is, I know that we all have our busy lives. We're in and out of meetings all the time. But I think when someone is into you, they will make time. Even if it's walking to the restroom, they will text you and say, hey, good morning. Just thinking about you. I'm in meetings today, but I was thinking about you and just want to let you know. That's one way you can tell that a dude is interested in you, and tell if he's not interested in you, if he doesn't make time for you.
What if he's not a texter?
Well, if he's not a texter, then he's gonna have some form of communication. Yeah. He'll pick up the phone and call you. If he's not a texter, he'll go to his cubicle and call you. He'll do something.
I'm just asking the question.
The first moment that he gets free,
he'll call.
You're gonna be on the top of his list.
I'm gonna write a letter.
Oh Lord.
And mail it?
Yeah. Write her a letter.
Yeah, let's see how that works.
Right.
She'll be gone by then.
Yeah.
Before I get there.
Carlos, what you think?
Yeah, I agree. I would say one way to tell is if you've had substantial discussions or conversations with this dude and everything is surface after the fourth, fifth, sixth conversation, and you don't know really much about him beyond how was your day at work, how is the weather, you might not be the one.
But is that like really necessary? Nowadays, according to Kendrick, credit scores, sexual preferences, these are all the type of questions you ask when you're initially getting to know someone.
Right.
So
maybe
knowing somebody's dreams and passions, is that really necessary?
You should know a little bit. I mean, and with social media, I mean, you should be able to. It's something you should be able to pick up on. If you like the person, you probably check out their page or something. You can kind of like maybe comment on something on that. But I just feel like if everything is just so surface, then to me,
but I think social media is surface. I think.
Oh yeah, it is. I agree.
Now, and what
people
mean
show
by
what
that,
they want you to see.
And a lot of people do show a lot of stuff on social media. They do post a lot of stuff. But I think it's good to maybe not even mention anything on social media and find out what's not on social media about that person. I think that shows
I agree.
Genuine interest.
But I'm just saying, if you ain't even doing that,
that's deep right there.
Yeah. That's what Project University taught me.
Oh,
Ghetto University. Ghetto relationship. Yeah, that's on Haskell in South Dallas. Well, East
I
Dallas. East Dallas. If
Goodness.
anybody want to go, he'll give you the information later on. So look, is social media a lie?
Yeah, to an extent, depending on the user.
The user.
Yeah,
Yeah, the user.
it's not social media; it's the user.
Yes, the user.
Yeah.
I agree. So, what if a guy doesn't pick up, or a woman doesn't pick up that? Well, what if a guy doesn't pick up his lady's interest? Does that show that he's not interested in her? What does that show? A lack of interest, or he doesn't like her hobbies, or things like that.
For me, again, I may not be into everything that the chick is into. So her hobbies, I might be like, okay, that's kind of whack. I might not necessarily like it, but I still want to know if this is a chick that I want to pursue. So again, to me, if we've had 4, 5, 6 conversations and everything is so surface and it's just, hey, how are you? What are you doing this weekend? Oh, okay. Did you watch your TV show tonight? Oh, okay. What you cook? Oh, okay. I mean, it just like everything is just so redundant. I mean, you never find out anything that they really like. I don't know. To me, that it maybe not for some people, but I think that could be. I'll just say this: if I was in the chick's shoes, that would maybe be a little bit of a red flag to me that they never inquired about anything personal to me, anything that I like.
Even though you may not like the hobbies or whatever
you
she's
still wanna
interested in, I feel like you should at least try it, at least once.
Oh yeah, I agree. If you haven't, but
Yeah.
that's provided that you into her.
But I think that's what relationships is all about. And I think that's the thing when you're trying to win somebody over. I think even if you're not into it, but you know that they are, your effort to do that, it speaks volumes. Yeah. I think that is like major if you're trying to win somebody over.
All right, so.
But if you ain't trying to win them over, you ain't even doing that.
And if it's now, but because I know we're talking about knowing how a dude is not interested in you. If it's your grind and your passion, and they not supporting you in it, they not into you. They not into you.
Yeah.
They not.
We know how you feel about that.
Sure do.
Get that download at midnight. 12:02, you late.
12:01.
Well, you better have a text.
Got it, babe.
I got it. Playing it in the background.
Carlos, you got to have that book too, man.
Yeah, true.
You
I mean, but books are,
E-book?
I only got one e-book. So.
She better have it, right?
Yeah, right.
Better been nothing read it, tell you the something.
All of them. Shit, all the books.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah.
So what else, guys? What else? One of the things that I notice is if a guy isn't interested in you, he ain't gonna take you around the people that he really love.
Oh no!
Like
after a certain period of time.
Yeah, after a certain period of time, I think
put that in.
He should been
first couple months. I ain't taking you around nobody. I don't know you that long.
I ain't taking you around nobody either. 2 years. You get a 2 years.
Make sure you sane.
Right.
Look, it's gonna be a minute.
I might need to see you through all seasons first.
Man, look, my people are. Yeah, it's gonna be a while. And I'm not ashamed of them or anything like that. It's just
So why is that important? Why is family so important when it comes to relationships?
I think family are another set of eyes. In some ways, they can tell you whether or not this person is right or if this person is wrong. They can see things that you may not see because you are blinded by the love or the lust that you're involved in.
I think it's a protection thing, too. So I feel like sometimes if you bring a person around too early, then the family could really hit it off with them. And they may really like them. And let's say you're not really into them that much, or you break up 2 or 3 months later, then now you've gotten them tangled up in this person, and then they have to kind of
break up with them too.
Yeah, exactly. It's a breakup.
Everybody
for them too.
break up.
Yeah, so it's a protection for them too. So to me, like when you bring a person around family, it does need to be pretty serious because you're getting them involved in it too.
So what you do when family don't break up with that person you break up with? Because there are instances where the family still wants that person around. So how do you?
They got to choose.
Oh Lord! Dang, nothing they got to choose.
They got to choose.
This guy
It don't
here,
bother me.
man.
No, I'm sorry. Family has to choose.
Are you
Them
serious?
or me.
Wow.
Are you serious?
What do you mean? Why? If
I said wow. I
If
didn't
we
say why.
broke up,
Yeah, why?
and I come to Thanksgiving and she there,
Well, no.
we got to make
No,
the
that's
problem,
different.
family.
That's different. But you do have you have people like, okay, like I've done this or, breakups or whatever. You might tell their family member like happy birthday if you know it's their birthday or
No,
something.
he's talking about still showing up at family functions. At
Yeah.
your
That's
family
what you talking
reunion.
about?
Yeah.
I
I'm not
didn't know.
family.
My
You got
bad.
to choose. So y'all show me because
Yeah.
what is gonna happen is I show up that first time, and
And definitely don't blindside.
I'm gonna be cordial. And everybody's phone is gonna start going off. With a group family text message.
You're known for them group messages
Yes,
too.
I am. I'm known for. Everybody's gonna get a text message at the same time. What the hell is going on here? Yes. And the next time when we have a family function, I'm gonna need to
now
see
you should not
the
be
guest list
blindsided
first. And if
at
I
all.
see their name is on there, then I'm not going.
Yeah, you shouldn't be blindsided. Like that's happened to you?
Yeah.
I hope not.
Yeah, it happened. Yeah. My family still.
And they didn't tell you?
It took the ex to stop coming around, but my family, they still like the young lady and all that. So it is what it is, I ain't.
But I'm just saying, when you came to a family function, were you blindsided when you got there? Like, oh, I didn't know she was coming, and then there she is.
The first time I was blindsided, I guess my family was trying to, and this was years ago. I guess my family was trying to play matchmaker and get us back together.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But they whack for that. But hey,
Yeah, they whack.
That's
Dang.
family for you though.
Not
You know what
that
I'm saying? Family think they know what's best, so
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Family got to choose.
You or the
We
ex.
got it. But in my case, the ex, she decided that it's not something that she
That
wanted
was
to
mature of
do.
her.
She was uncomfortable, It was just weird, because I wouldn't. She here or I wouldn't say nothing to
So
her.
did the ex call you and say, "Hey, your family invited me over"?
Right.
Um,
Because they should have.
she came to like two functions, and the first time she called me, said they invited her over. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. Second time she didn't say anything, and I popped up, she popped up, I left, and I think it was at that moment that she realized that, this is he doesn't want to have anything to do with me, so she just, she respected for what it was. But they still hit her up on Facebook and ask her certain things and what have you. And at the end of the day, man, that's them, I don't care. It's no attachment there or nothing like that. So what are some other tips for these women that are out there? Get me off this hot seat, man.
Hey, we just asking questions here.
Man, you got questions for days.
Hey, so what's some other things? What else we got?
Come on, fellas. So what if a guy doesn't introduce how he introduced the woman that's in his life? What if you around somebody that, once again, like y'all go around family and he introduced you as, oh, this is my friend or this is my associate? Is that
He not into you.
Ooh.
But it depends again on timing too. Because if we just been talking for, like, let's say we've been talking for a month, we went out on a couple days. Yeah, you my friend. I mean, because what else would you say?
But I think
it's a way that you can say it though. Like you say, oh, this is my friend, and it's like, oh, this is my friend. That's two different
it's
things.
the
It's a
tone
way.
in which
The
you
tone
said.
is big.
It's the tone, yeah.
Tone is
Tone the
big.
way you said.
But what? But for real though, in that instance, that early in the game, what would you call it?
If y'all kicking it for about 3 months.
No, I said a month.
No, I'm just saying if y'all kicking it for about 3 months and he's still introducing you as, hey, this is my friend.
With the low tone.
That's nothing wrong with that.
With the high tone.
With the high
this is
tone.
my
Wrong with that.
homegirl co-worker.
Oh, it's my
That's
friend.
nothing wrong with that.
What?
Especially if I don't have titles. I mean,
There's something wrong with that.
a month after a month.
I said 3 months. Are y'all banging?
Oh.
It's a situationship.
Because banging
Yeah.
changes everything.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
It does change everything.
Whoa, it does.
Yeah, and
It does.
that's okay. I'm glad we on
It
there
does.
because let's talk about that too. Because I think when for ladies, the first time you hit it, it's official. It's official.
Dang, that quick?
It's official.
You crazy.
It's official. It's
You
official.
crazy.
Yeah. The first time you
Hell
hit it,
no.
y'all more than friends.
You out your rabbit mind.
Well, that's why Kendrick, you
Oh,
gotta
you mean more than friends, but not together, but more than friends?
yeah,
Is that
more
what
than
you're saying?
friends.
Booty
More than
calls.
friends.
Okay, booty
okay,
calls.
yeah.
With booty calls. Okay.
No. If you are dating this chick and you are going through
You
all
said
the
hit it.
steps, no. You going through all the steps. You are dating her. You taking her out. You spending time
Oh,
with
well, yeah,
her.
if you doing
you
all that.
talking
That's
to her.
different.
No. But as soon as you hit it,
Well, yeah.
it's official. Y'all together.
But
Now-
if you just hit it willy-nilly, then
We not together, man.
Yeah,
Hell
you
no.
just,
Hell, you crazy.
Y'all together.
Man,
It's
you
not
crazy.
even no
willy-nilly.
No, man. Cause look.
But the
hey,
dude does have to prepare for that. I do agree with that, though. For real, they do. If you, to me, anytime you have sex with a chick, you gotta just think that she's gonna think y'all together. That's just me.
some chicks don't think that.
Some of them don't.
Some
Yeah, not the first nighters.
My
Oh.
point exactly. So if I hit the first night,
First night.
We ain't together the second day.
look, if I hit in the first few hours, we ain't together.
And ain't
Right.
gonna ever be together probably.
Look, you sure ain't, cause
Because
look,
you ain't the first 3 hours later dude.
you right about that, man.
Yeah.
Wear protection. That's a bit if she lets you hit within a few hours, you better wear
Yeah.
3 rubbers.
Yeah.
You know there's gonna be a sound bite.
Yeah, for real, it is. That was a good one.
Hey,
Yeah.
ain't nothing new.
But no, let's get back to that.
That's
So
true.
if a dude and a chick get down, for some women and even for some men,
Yeah, it could go
for
both
some
ways.
parties, either way, for one of those people, it
Oh, we
is
together now.
official.
It's
we
on-
are together.
To me, it's only official if she enjoyed it or if
What?
it's
Whoa.
Only, it's only official if
So
she.
if it's whack, it don't count?
Hold on.
I'm confused.
And
What's
by you
new?
saying if she enjoyed it,
Right.
you're pretty much saying you are not a home runner every time.
Right.
Once again,
I was trying. That's why I cut in so
Hold on.
quickly. I was
Hold
trying
on.
to stop you before you.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just like to get the first base. Sometimes I like to get the second base. Sometimes I like to get the
So are
third.
you saying you make it whack on purpose for her not to get hooked? Is that what you're saying?
That's not what I'm saying. Listen, if I have intercourse with a young lady, and this young lady,
And of course, SAT word.
yeah, intercourse,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I don't want to say sex. I don't want to say if I
Why
knock
not?
her off,
Oh,
if I just
dang, knock off.
bang
Beat
her.
the brakes off.
Yeah, beat the
Oh,
brakes
bam.
off that kitty, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to say all that, but then you gonna take me there, I'm gonna say it, you know what I'm saying? But if I beat the brakes off that, if I beat the brakes off that vagina and what have you, and she, only reason she feels like we're in a relationship is she gets hooked. She can enjoy it and like it, but only way she feels like we're in a, if she's hooked. But if it's just a boom, 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 we gone.
Kendrick,
we
if
straight.
it
I
ain't
think
a
they could still feel that way even if they
Right.
don't get hooked.
only
I
way
bet not.
it's not gonna be a chick is not gonna be hooked if she's a high mileage chick.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
No comment.
Whoop. Skirt.
What if she got the right arm chain?
Synthetic.
Couldn't resist. Couldn't resist.
But it's official, brother. As
No,
long
that-
as you hit it, it's official, brother.
Sex doesn't make everything official.
But it
For
makes a lot of
you.
things official.
Yes, it makes it official. It all
makes a
depends
lot of
on
things
who you are having sex with.
So,
That's
so
why
y'all have sex, y'all official? If you have sex with a girl, you have sex with a girl, y'all official?
No, but
Thank you. That's what you just said.
but you have to be in the mindset of, if you do that, even if you're not thinking it, you have to be in the mindset of she could be thinking that.
But what if you tell her, hey,
It don't matter what you say.
man, you crazy.
No, I'm saying it does matter to you because you're the one that's saying it, but they still gonna be looking at you like you hit it.
Carlos, how can she say it's official and you say it's unofficial, but it's still official? No, it doesn't. No, at the end of the day, we both have to be on the same page. And if I hit it and you enjoy it and you want to say it's
But
official,
Kendrick,
no,
it's
it's
not
not.
that easy.
Right, it's not that easy. And most people are not having these conversations
Right.
before or after sex.
And even if they are,
Because most times the way relationships go is that you start casually dating someone, and then that just instantly evolve into exclusively dating someone. And I'm not even talking about in a relationship just yet. You still just in that dating stage where you just going out with this person multiple times. And then you skate right into a relationship. And it's never a conversation with each step. There's never a conversation. Most times we just slide into those roles. And that's why it's always a lot of confusion on it. That's why people always get hurt because the other person is on one page and the other person is on another. And there's never a conversation to define each other's roles in those
you
situations.
said you love me. I never
And when
said that.
sex happens, that seals the deal for most people sometimes.
Yeah.
Make sure you let us know where you went to school. Because that relationship 101 counseling and advice you just spit out,
That's true, though.
man.
I feel like that's true though. You don't think so?
I agree. I
What?
agree with him. That's why I can give him a hard time, because I agree, relationship 101.
So do you have those conversations, Kendrick?
I believe those conversations are necessary.
But do you have them?
Oh.
I have them at, like Drake say, it's levels to this. At every level we go to, guess what? I'm going to have that conversation. One thing about me, and man, they going to come for me on this, I'm not real big on titles and what have you, so I have that relationship. Don't ask me. I'm not finna dose no information. That's as far as I'm gonna get. I don't believe in titles. I only believe in one title, and that's the title of wife. And that's the reason why I
So
believe
what are
that.
they before then? Y'all just kicking it?
When they were
They're
born,
Miss.
hold on.
They're Miss, whatever their name is.
When they were born, they were given a
Miss
proper title.
Tammy.
Oh!
When they were born, they was given a proper
Tammy.
title. Whether it's Miss So and So, first
Dang.
name, Miss last name, they were already given a title.
Wait,
What-
so that's what she is the whole time till y'all get married?
what I look like, me being me,
Uh-huh.
I feel like actions speak louder than a title at any day of the week.
So because you don't have title, does that give you the freedom to have multiple women?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. And that's why I said
It should.
no. You can have multiple women with. Hold on, you got.
I'm just
You
saying.
can have
if
multiple
you-
women
because
with a
why-
title. You got.
But what's the
Well, you
purpose
can
not having the title
exactly.
then?
Yeah, if that what's the purpose?
What I need to give you a title for in my life? If you are, man,
It
I just-
validates.
No, but this is interesting. I really want to know
Hold
this.
on. It
So
doesn't
the
validate
girlfriends that you've
anything.
had, they just like Miss Susie.
They miss who they miss.
For real?
Their
How do you
mom,
do that?
Their mom and dad gave them a
How are
title.
they okay
day
with
one.
this?
Okay, so let's use Tammy for example.
Oh,
Hey, Miss
Miss Tammy.
Yeah.
Hey.
So she'll always just be Miss Tammy.
Uh-oh.
She'll always be Miss Tammy.
And how long will this last? Is this a year? Is this a few months?
Until there's been a ring placed on each other's finger and we both said.
But I'm like, how is a chick okay with that though?
because at the end of the day, I treat her as we're in a relationship. I just don't give that title. I'm gonna be committed.
And calling her Miss Tammy is kind of condescending.
In
Is she
what
like
way?
Right.
a preschool teacher or
Right.
something? Are you introducing her to your kid?
Don't listen. Some women
Y'all come
like
meet Miss
that.
Tammy.
Look, some women, it turns some women on.
Oh.
You know, they
To
like
be
that.
called Miss.
These
So
those
if you were to
project
introduce
chicks.
her,
Hood rat.
if you were to introduce her, she would be Miss so and so.
If I was to introduce her to my family,
Lady friend, what'd you say?
I wouldn't. I say this is so and so. You know, I wouldn't.
Susie, just right.
I feel like,
Okay.
man, I don't in the hot seat. I don't know why. I feel like until we get to a certain step or a certain level, then I will tell my family you're this or you're that. I would tell them
So
what
until
you are.
get engaged, she just
Yeah,
miss
because
whoever.
hey, she may walk out on me in one day.
That's
you know
a
what I'm
skill.
saying?
That's a skill for her to be cool with that. And
It's not about being cool. We're both in a committed relationship. We both have the understanding that we're
Y'all
in this
not in a
together.
committed
Committed
relationship.
relationship.
Without a title? Are you serious?
How are you in a committed relationship?
Relationship and
Because
they
we
miss
had the
Tammy.
conversation.
What is the conversation?
That
Let's
we
hear the conversation.
are in a committed relationship. That it's me and you till the very end. That's
But
where
why
we're
not
going.
just say
to the
that
very end.
Why not say you my
Whoa,
she's
don't
my
say
girl?
that, because that means y'all married.
She knows she's my girl.
Does she?
Yes.
You don't give her a title.
Yeah.
She doesn't need a title to know she's my
She's
girl.
your missus.
My actions speak louder than
No,
the
she ain't
words.
Mrs. She's Miss.
Thank you, miss. My actions speak louder than the words any day. But listen, what are some other reasons or some other ways that this woman, and you guys better not say a lack of title, but what are some other ways and tips that a woman knows
Okay.
that a guy's not into
A
them?
lack of title.
Man, I knew this.
A lack of
not
title. If he's not willing to give you a label, ladies, he's not into you.
People label things every day.
He's not into you.
You crazy.
He's not into you.
You
All
crazy.
of this screwed up. Long as I'm treating you right and we done had the
Yeah.
conversation, that's some bull
Took you to
crap.
Papa
And
Do's.
he's not giving you a
We Papa
label.
Do's.
You know?
He's
gonna
not
pop
giving you a
selfies.
label
Oh,
so
damn.
that when he goes out and he does what he wants to do,
That's not
he's
true.
gonna say, "You're not my girl."
Right.
That's not true.
Yeah.
If that man and that
Then
woman,
that's when you drop the miss on them.
hold on. If that man and that
You
woman,
just Susie at that point.
if that man, if that man and that woman have had a conversation and they both have sat down and they got an understanding, the key thing is an understanding.
But how
between-
many people hold to conversations? for
No,
real?
the key thing is the understanding. If me and a woman have a conversation and we have an understanding that this is where we're trying to go and this is where we're getting to and we're working towards that, then why does a title have to do anything with that? Look,
Because when your
hold on.
feelings get-
We label a bag of chips every day of the week, but do we call a bag of chips by its title?
So
no,
she shouldn't call you her boyfriend.
we called a bag of chips. Hey, I want those chips right there. It's some Tostitos over there, and the first thing some people say is, I want those corn chips. We don't say we want those Tostitos, do we? We say corn chips.
So does she call you her boyfriend in those situations?
She can call me whatever she want to call me.
You just not gonna call her your girlfriend.
I'm gonna treat her, as
But you're
my
just not
girlfriend.
gonna call her
Call
that.
her that.
I'm gonna call her the label that her mom and her dad gave her when she was born. That's the only label she's gonna go by, and that doesn't say I'm not interested in her. That only acknowledges that I don't do titles.
So she's not like boo or babe. Or
She could be
nothing.
boo, she could be babe, she could be mom.
Just not to nobody else when you're talking about her.
Yeah, not outside of sex.
I feel Carlos.
I'm just
200
saying.
credit score right now, man.
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to understand.
I honestly feel like I lost my train of thought. But look, I honestly feel like that we get so wrapped up in titles and in labels that we lose the dynamics of a relationship because we feel like, oh, this is my girlfriend or this is my so-and-so. I have to do this and I have to do that. No, stop that. If you really cut for a person and you really like a person, you don't need a title. You don't. You like those bag of chips over there. If you go to the store, you're going to say, where are your Tostitos? You're going to be like, where's the chip aisle? You're not going to look for the label.
But
Well, I
Kendra-
do think. Oh,
Go ahead, Carlos.
no, I was just gonna say I do get your point on the emphasis on the title because I do think sometimes people do put too much
600.
weight
Ding,
on the
ding, ding,
title.
ding.
But at some point there has to be a title defined.
Once we say
And before marriage.
Right. It can't just jump from Miss Tammy to
wife.
You're absolutely right,
now.
and that's where the conversation is had. That's where y'all had that conversation on the levels that the relationship is going to.
So you have a conversation on every level.
You have to.
When you go from dating, casually dating to exclusively dating, you have that conversation.
It's very
but do
important.
you have that?
Yes, I do.
So and I'm not charging you up. I think that people need to hear this because I agree with that. So what is your conversation like when you're going from casual dating to exclusively dating? Because you're still not in a relationship. You just going from casually to exclusive. And people have to understand that.
There's a difference.
There's a difference in a relationship and dating someone.
And when you're dating someone, I feel like it opens the door for other people. When we're going to exclusive, where it's just me and you, that's where I sit down and say, hey, I'm feeling you on this level.
You're on the second interview.
Yeah, we finna go to second base.
Right.
Yeah. And if my thing is, hey, I'm feeling you on this level, and if you're feeling me on this level, I think it's time that we go to this level of the relationship. Okay. And if
dating, situationship, you're still in a situationship, not relationship.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I feel like
benefits or something.
No, we're past the friends of benefit because I done hit when we was dating. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
I don't know.
Right off top.
Y'all wouldn't have gotten to exclusive.
Right, if you hadn't hit.
I gotta test that menu. You know,
before you buy the restaurant.
Yeah.
We paid attention to the podcast.
You too, Carlo?
Yeah.
700, ding, 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 ding. What's going on today, baby? It'll drop in a little bit, like the stock market. But yeah,
what?
Yeah, man. I feel as though conversations are important at every level of a relationship.
Let's go back to that. So when you're going from casually dating to exclusively dating, how does that conversation go? So you say you tell her, hey,
I'm feeling her on this level.
So I want you to stop seeing other people. I'm going to stop dating other people.
It's not that I want you to. I'm going to ask. Are you feeling me on this level? Do you think we're ready to go to this step? It has to be, we have to be in agreement together. Because I can feel one way and she can feel another way. And I don't want her to feel like I'm pressuring her to be with me on this level. Because if I feel like she's getting pressure from me, then and she's not ready for that, then there's no need for us to move forward.
So if you guys get to that exclusive level and you have that conversation and she's not wanting to do that, how do you handle that?
I'm patient, you know. I don't push her. You know, if I'm feeling her and I'm liking her on that level.
So do you take that as a form of rejection?
No.
You don't?
I don't.
Do you take that as that you're not enough to satisfy her need?
Absolutely not. Because at the end of the day,
she just need 5 other men to decide whether or not you're the one.
No, at the end of the day, I know my worth and what I bring to the table.
Okay, so when you're going from exclusively dating to we're in a relationship, how does that conversation go?
It's the same way as the previous conversation. It's once again, the conversation doesn't have to change. The mindset has to change.
But the conversation needs to be had.
Absolutely. It has to be had.
And I think that's, like I said, that's where a lot of people go wrong in relationships. They slide from level to level and never have a clear understanding of where they are. So, okay, so Kendrick, so you sound like you done lay some knowledge on us. Good.
Yeah. And I started from the bottom, now we here.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? That ghetto relationship 101. I went to school yesterday. So, what are some other tips? And ladies, if a guy, understand a guy's mindset if he doesn't give you a title. Don't feel like he's not into you, like Unc said. Understand it. Like, get to know the reason why he doesn't do titles. And some guys are not like me. You know, some guys give everything a title, and it don't always work out, you know. So
I think every woman wants to know she's a man's woman.
I think
they want that title. I'm his.
Okay,
that's what they want. I'm his.
So
to know that a person is to know that a woman. I think more so a woman wants a man to show her, because all day long I can tell her she's mine, but if I'm not showing her that she's mine, then what good is it?
But they kind of go together.
They really don't, because
it
do. It's like peanut butter jelly sandwich, and you're like, oh, I just want the jelly. Don't really work.
Are you serious? You didn't eat jelly sandwiches growing up by yourself?
I did. But
Thank you.
Walk with
It
the
works.
analogy.
But it works.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You
No.
can't take one out.
No. So what if your doctor say you can't have sweets?
It's not a
Kendrick,
peanut butter jelly
and
sandwich.
jelly sandwich is sure it's a whole lot better than just a jelly sandwich.
You
by itself.
crazy.
Yes.
It
What
tastes
if-
a
what
whole
if you
lot
just-
better. So knowing and showing are just like peanut butter and jelly. They go hand in hand,
Yeah,
and
they
they
do.
taste better together. So a woman wants to know she is his, and the man in some cases want to know he is hers. People want to not be owned, but at least acknowledged.
Actions speak louder than
I like
words
that. That's a
any
t-shirt.
day. Actions speak louder
Well, they
than...
do, but
Thank you. So...
But it's a lot of dudes, no for good dudes, that are treating women right. But they haven't mentally committed to that woman and told her and showed her, I'm yours and you are mine. They are providing for them. They're taking care of them, giving them everything that they want. But they still are no good for them. So providing is not all it.
Once again, my basis on my foundation and what I think is based on communication. That and your what you're stating, if that guy hasn't had that conversation with that young lady or that woman, no good. But in my case, I make sure to have the conversation because I don't want anybody to feel like we're going from A to B and we haven't had a conversation. In your case, a lot of people are not having that conversation. And in that case, that shows that he's not right for her. He's not. If a guy can't sit down and tell you where y'all are going together, then he's not right for her.
Oh my God.
He's
Here you
not.
go with that Adam and Eve stuff
It's
without
not.
saying Adam and Eve.
It's not about Adam and Eve. But if you're in a relationship, a woman wants to know where y'all going, right or wrong. She doesn't want to know that y'all are just sitting idly by and not going nowhere. And that's a tip for you ladies. If a guy's into you, y'all have a place, y'all have a destination. They have a destination on where they're going, right or wrong.
true.
Wrong.
How the
Eventually. Oh,
what the how?
I'm listening to you, brother.
How is that wrong?
I'm just listening to you.
You don't think that when you're in a relationship or what have you, y'all don't have a destination? You don't have an idea on where you and this young lady's going to go besides coming over every 3 to 4 days, leaving the 5th day, or having that time spent and what have you? You don't
Not
have a
leaving the
destination
5th
on
day.
where y'all. We already know it's not gonna. The destination isn't a wedding.
But that's what most people think it is, though. Most people think the final destination is wedding.
But you have that conversation, right or wrong.
yeah. So you.
You have that conversation, right or wrong.
You're right.
Thank you.
But most people don't.
That's everything I said.
Okay. I'm listening. I told you I was listening to you, Kendrick.
So, and that's a tip for the ladies. If
A nugget.
the guy doesn't know or has an idea, Carlos, 100. 100 credit score, bro. If a guy doesn't know where y'all are headed in a relationship, he's just there. He's just there for what he can get and having fun with you. Be careful.
Okay. So what else we got? What other ways that a chick can know that a dude is not into her?
Okay. I think sometimes a woman has to be careful of not messing it up too, because the dude may initially be into her, but if the chick is too clingy too early on, or if she's too bossy too early on, then that can reverse the interest. Because to me, this is how I think. If in the beginning, if I'm not that invested in you, then it won't take too much for me to be turned off, because I don't have that investment. Now, if I'm with you, or even if we've just been kicking it for a while, it's like, okay, well, I got a little bit of time invested. But I think that's for men and women. You have to be careful of that, because sometimes you can do things that turn the other person off. And if it's in those beginning stages, then the story that's going to be told is, oh, he wasn't into me. No, he was, but you did X, Y, Z, and you pushed him away.
And ladies, that's why y'all need some no friends.
Yeah.
I think every
no
lady
friends.
need a no friend
Don't
in
do
her pocket.
Yeah.
And the no friend is that friend that's going to tell you when you get ready to start doing that crazy-ish, she's going to tell
What
you
are
to
you
go
doing?
sit down
Yep.
and stop all of that. So you need that one ride or die chick that's going to tell
gonna
you
be
no.
real.
That's going to probably even come to your house because she know how you are. You don't listen. You still going to do what you need to do. And she going to cuss you out and tell you, get over there and sit down. Everybody need that no friend. Don't you think, Kendrick?
And they need a no uncle, too.
Uh-oh. You got one.
Trust me,
You're blessed.
So look, another tip for ladies to know that a man's not into you. He doesn't prioritize you.
Okay, explain.
In other words, he doesn't put you at a place of importance in his life. Yeah.
Explain.
Wow.
I just did.
No, I mean, go a little bit deeper.
I just did.
But go a little bit. I'm confused.
Man, you don't want to. This mother. Man. But look, he doesn't prioritize you. He doesn't put you at a place of importance. In other words, he's not trying to meet your needs. You know, it's all about him, and it's not about you. In other words, you may be you may be sick one day, and he doesn't call you to check on you. He doesn't prioritize you. He doesn't show a level of not so much a level of interest, but he doesn't show that.
Ask me if I want some soup.
Yeah, he doesn't. He don't really care. Basically, he doesn't prioritize you. You're not important. You're nobody to him.
Oh,
you know, you just
killed their dreams.
But it's true.
So if he don't bring chicken soup when they sick or call, that's not the dude. He's not into him.
Not so much chicken soup or what have. It doesn't take all that. At least just, hey, do you need this? Do you need that? Show a level of empathy. You know, you don't have to show sympathy, but empathy. Show a level of concern. Show that you mean something. You know. Show that the lady means something to you.
I agree, Kendrick.
Yeah.
What do
but
you
with
say?
that priority, I'll say some chicks, they expect to be always the number one priority, and that's not cool either.
But what if she make you the number one priority?
Well, you don't need to do that.
And even with the priority, every package that I've seen that has been a priority, it's been stamped with a label.
Oh, damn.
And sometimes it go to the wrong address.
But it's been stamped with
It
the
is
label.
true.
And
priority.
sometimes, and
Priority. So when you're priority, you want to be not owned but acknowledged.
Oh, yes.
Once again, he can acknowledge.
Dang, that was... Yeah.
He can acknowledge her.
That's good.
He can acknowledge her as long as them two have an understanding together. That's the thing that y'all are missing is that the relationship.
Kendrick, we weren't even talking about you.
But you put me on the hot seat. The relationship, because you're slick, and I pick up on some of the things you do. You're very slick when you make these comments. I know where you're going with this, Mr. Petty P. But look, some of these things. As long as the relationship, as long as that man and that woman have an understanding, because at the end of the day, the relationship is between him and her, or he and he, or her and her, whoever the relationship is between.
Oh, okay.
As long as they have the understanding of where they're going and what's taking place, and as long as they're on the same page, if she understands why he doesn't do titles, if she understands why he does this and why he does that, then at the end of the day, guess what? More
Right,
power
they
to him, and I
understand
hope
it,
it works out.
Kudos.
Wow. Hey,
You gonna wrap us up?
understanding is key.
You know how to rap?
Now this, say, listen, it's been great, ladies. Had a blast. Giving you ladies some tips on how to know if a guy's into you, how to know if a guy's not into you. Listen, if you have any, if you want to say anything to us, leave a comment. If you agree with us, if you don't agree with us, if you think there's more to it, hit us up on Instagram, Facebook, on social media, and we'll go from there. Look, ladies, y'all be blessed. Fellas, y'all have a good one. We catch y'all in the Miana.